All right, so Act 2, Scene 5, they get married, the end. Okay, so not really. They do get married, but there are several lines worth noting that we should get to first. First of all, the friar starts off the scene by saying that the heavens smile down upon the act of marriage, but he really hopes that it continues to smile down upon the act of marriage and that it's not going to lead to any trouble, which we know it does, and that's why it's dramatic irony. Once again, the audience knows something that the characters on stage don't. Second thing, Romeo responds to this, saying that the friar's worry isn't such a big deal. If he's just married to Juliet for only a minute and then death comes to him, it'll be totally worth it because he was married to her for that single minute. Now, of course, we know that is practically how it goes. How sad. Again, we have more dramatic irony. Another thing I wanted to point out was the friar's next response. He starts off by saying, "These violent delights have violent ends," which means that sudden, intense delights have equally sudden and intense ends. He then goes on to tell Romeo to, quote, "love moderately," end quote, meaning that Romeo should use his head and not be so intense in his relationship with Juliet. It's good. It's the key to a good relationship to not love too intensely and to also not love too passively, but to keep regular. Anyway, after that, Juliet shows up. Romeo and she are trying to put their joy into words, but they can't. It's really gross. And the friar takes them away, and he's going to marry them. End scene.